to pop up. We're going to talk about what happened to Coby Bryant. Should they be worried? We'll talk about all that plus more right after this. What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got Big Kev in the building today. What's going on, Kev? It's too hot. Why you got a hoodie on, bro?
I keep telling you, bro, my basement is frozen.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I can wear whatever all throughout the year because my studio's in the basement. I can put on a hoodie. I can put on it depends on what if I want to turn on the heat or the air, man. But with that said, Kev, man, yeah, for sure, bro. We got Coby Bryant goes down. He was guarding tight end Cole Kmet. He landed awkwardly, slammed his helmet down. He then went back. It came out that it may not be as serious. Commandant got talked about and said, we'll see. But it really sucks. Like Coby Bryant was one of our big acquisitions this offseason. He's been very motivated, this season in proving how important he was to that Seahawks defense, the championship caliber, all that type of stuff. When you hear about this, we know that injuries are a part of training camp every single year. You can only do so much to avoid it, but how you feeling, man?
I mean, initially I was extremely concerned. Like the fact that he was carted off was like, oh my God, is this serious? But now that we've heard the reaction from Rome Odunze, I can kind of calm down a little bit.
I said Commandant guy was Rome Odunze, you're right.
Yeah. It was like, okay, maybe it's not as serious as we think. But again, we got to wait until we hear from the doctors, right? Until they can tell us exactly what happened. Hopefully, it's not something that's going to keep him out long, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, the hope is that it's nothing serious at all. Maybe he misses a day or so of training camp and he's back ready to go. He was clearly frustrated by everybody there and, slamming his helmet down and stuff. But, at the end of the day, I'm sure, it's frustrating to feel any type of dings or anything like that when you're trying to gear up and ready for a season, an important one at that. And we already got injuries in the secondary. Like, Kyler Gordon's nursing a soft tissue injury as well. He hasn't been out there yet. Cam Lewis is a guy that we did bring in for depth. So, he can play safety or nickel corner. So he probably going to start filling in the first team rotation at the safety with Coby Bryant out. Jaylon Jones has been reportedly pretty good at the nickel, him filling in. So, we'll see. This is it's part of the season up and downs, bro. You're not going to avoid stuff like this. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of football, right? And especially with the Kyler Gordon thing, it's almost like it got to be an expectation now that he's going to be hurt at some point. Hopefully everything that's happening right now is just little nicks and bruises, and they're just doing their best to keep these guys healthy because you don't want to lose them at this point in the season, right? So, like, even if it's something small, err on the side of caution, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and you never know how these things go. Like, freaking Ben Johnson said they weren't sure what's going on with Kyle Monangai right before today's practice, and then he was out there on the field, right? Like, that's how quickly things like that can turn. So, we'll see.
I'm wondering about that. Like, did they even say what they've been kind of like hush about what was going on with Kyle Monangai to begin with?
Well, first it was listed as a non-football injury, and then he said it was a soft tissue injury, and then he was out at practice today. So
I don't know, man.
Who knows, bro? He may have pulled a hammy giving his girl back shots. You never know what could happen. We've all been there before. Like it's
I can't say that I have.
You've never pulled a hammy?
Not giving my girl back shots.
But have you ever pulled a hammy in the act?
I've gotten like a leg cramp.
Okay, see, yeah, close enough.
But no pulling of the hammies. I'm at the age now, Haize, where I got to stretch before I do anything. So make sure I'm ready.
But other than that, just kind of odds and ends from training camp since we are here. Sam Roush being involved in the passing game early. Cole Kmet was also interviewed. But, oh, wait, Steve-O's in here. Steve-O, how you feeling about the injuries and stuff to Coby Bryant?
Blue. I'm not even going to lie to you. Whoa. Okay. I don't know if you hear that echo. But
no, you sound good on our side.
I hear an echo. I don't know if it's from
I don't hear you hear echo, Kev?
Okay.
I heard one earlier, but it's gone now.
Okay. All right. I'm a little upset because as we all know, the defense is I don't want to say liability, but it's the question mark. It's the biggest question mark. So him being a big addition to this secondary, especially losing a key member and Kevin Byard, it's pivotal. It's really pivotal because at the end of the day, he's the last line of defense. He's the QB basically of the defense. He got the eyes and ears of everything. He got to have the best communication next to the linebacker, and he's also got to play a pivotal part of being very versatile. Whereas that playing in the pass game, getting close in the box to stop runs and etc. And then especially us having Dillon Thieneman being a rookie, he was going to be a very vital piece just to knock out a little rust, especially in communication, being in the right spot, communicating what he sees, certain plays that he's able to recognize. So I think it's going to be a big hit, especially if it's as devastating as it looks. So my prayers is that it's not as bad as it looked, and he's able to return this season.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's hope it's not a big deal, and he'll be right back out there in practice the next couple of days, or even if he sits out most this week, whatever. For veterans like for veterans like Coby Bryant, like training camp is important, especially when you're joining a new team. But I'm not as worried about that as I am if you're ready. Do whatever it takes to get you ready for the regular season. That's the biggest thing there, because you can learn the system. Like, he's been in the league long enough to, the Seahawks run a similar enough system in their secondary with the way they do stuff. He can learn by watching. He can learn by tape. He can learn by talking to coaches. Just get 100% healthy, because you need you healthy out there for the start of the season. That's it. So.
Definitely.
But I was about to ask, Sam Roush being involved already early in the passing game. The Bear Report said Sam Roush will play a much bigger factor as a pass catcher than originally expected. Now, people, when we first got Sam Roush, I believe we were, after we looked him up, like, he's not just a blocking tight end. That was one thing me and my brother Pat, shout out to Pat the designer, went back and forth about. I looked at Sam Roush's, what he did in college. I'm like, this is not just a blocking tight end. This dude can be utilized in the passing game. How do you guys feel about hearing him? He's in the passing game early on in the training camp.
It's expected. I mean, for me, it was expected because the type of coach that Ben Johnson is. And in the NFL, it's a copycat league. So now it's going to be a lot of 13 personnel. You're going to see a lot of 3 tight end sets just throughout the league. And Ben Johnson is trying to get ahead of the curve with this one. If I'm not mistaken, I know the LA Rams, I was going to say St. Louis. That's crazy. I knew the LA Rams, they did a lot of 13
Speaking
personnel.
of, I'm sorry to cut you off. Did you see that one of the teams that the Portland Trailblazers one of the cities he's threatening to go to if Portland doesn't give him the stadium is to go back to St. Louis and be the St. Louis Spirit?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Bruh.
That'd be really, really nice
I don't like the
St.
name.
Louis.
Bro, the team in St. Louis would be crazy. But go ahead, my bad,
That would be dope. But no, I know the Rams use a lot of 13 personnel, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sam Roush caught a big touchdown last season to win a game, or a big catch to ice a game in college last season. So we know that he's capable. And you can't look at college stats for tight ends. We learned that from Coach Leveling, right? Because tight ends in college, they're not going to just light it up. But if he's capable, man, Caleb's going to find a way to get him the ball, and Ben Johnson's going to find a way to scheme him open. So I'm definitely not surprised that they're showing it in training camp.
Yeah, just like what Kev said. I'm not surprised because I know Ben Johnson is going to squeeze and utilize everything he can out of any player that he has on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, blocking may be one of his biggest strengths, but for one, you're not going to play Stanford football, especially at tight end, if you ain't able to catch the ball either. Yeah, you got to be able to block, but you got to be able to run routes and catch the ball as well. And he showed that in multiple games against Washington State, against San Diego State. So he definitely has some games where he has a lot of rack, especially catch out the pass, because he showed a lot in that San Jose game for sure. But I think he's going to show and he's going to utilize, and it helps in our favor, especially in the game plan, because most game plans is going to list him as a blocking tight end, and then that's going to come out surprising when we do that bootleg and he start off blocking it, and then he just slowly veer out, and next thing you know, you're going to be seeing him 40 yards down the field. Like, how the hell is he that open?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. About Cole Kmet. in this whole situation because people gonna sleep
I
on him.
don't. I mean,
Listen,
everybody's gonna get slept on. That's the scary part.
And I love it. Like, and I get it. Is it sustainable long term to keep 3 tight ends? Probably not. No. But for however long we have them, I love the fact that it frees up Colston Loveland to go in the slot, and you can still have 2 tight ends that can both do everything. Having tight ends that all can pass catch, pass protect, and run protect. All 3 of them can do all those things. That's a luxury that most teams don't have. Right now, I'm fine living in the luxury. If it gets to a point where we can't afford to keep them all, we got to put the money, reallocate the money for Cole Kmet somewhere else, and so we trade him, that's fine. That's football. That's business. It may get there. But this season, no, live in that luxury this season and use that to your advantage.
It's almost like the college mindset because most colleges, especially the tight end use like your Iowas and such, that's what they do. They stack up on 5-star tight ends like, yeah, when he done, you going to be next. So, like, they already know what it is. Like, Colston probably already know, like, either I got to ball the fuck out or I might have to find somewhere else, and vice versa, everybody else. Like, that's just the system that you're going to have to run. Like, and it's not just tight ends. They're starting to do it all over the league. Build up your room so when it's time to make a decision, you don't feel so punched in the gut when you have to let one go.
Putting Loveland in that slot is going to kind of look like Buddy in Atlanta. What's the tight end in Atlanta who finally broke out last year?
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. He had a hell of a back end to his season last year.
Hold on, because I hate it when people talk on seasons that they don't know nothing about. First of all, we check goofy ass looking Avi. It's dope. Like, do you know anything the difference between St. Louis and Memphis? Like, go and actually do your research in St. Louis. St. Louis is a city that is nothing but passionate about their teams as long as they win. They fell out of love with the Rams because the Rams were running that team like trash for 10 plus years, and it's nothing like Memphis Grizzlies. Such yo using somebody else's grown man ass faces your Avi bitch ass up before I line your whack ass lining up. My boy, shut the hell up.
You can't lie the whack ass
outside the arena. First of all, if they sell dope in St. Louis, it's going to be on the west side. It's not downtown, dumbass. There's too many police there. Shut the fuck up.
It's definitely not downtown. And it just so people don't travel because if you've never been to St. Louis, it's a good looking city.
And people and he's probably thinking about East St. Louis, which is technically in Illinois, not in actual St. Louis.
Yeah, you run through the red lights at East St. Louis. You don't stop there. But once you see the arc, you fine. I promise you.
This man called it the arc. That's hilarious. But any other thoughts before we get up out of here, y'all?
Yeah, I mean, today was the first padded practice, right? We saw that Braxton Jones got a lot of work at left tackle with the ones. You mentioned earlier Rouse out there. I'm excited to see what Jaylon Jones does, being back at 100%. So it's good to see them back in pads, man. And it's just, what are we, like 35 days away from actual football? It's about to go now.
Well, I'm thirsty for this damn Hall of Fame game. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah,
that's your best response. You came with I know you are, but what am I as a grown ass man? But yet you on my channel watching the live stream. That don't make any sense, my boy. I get it that you had to grow up watching your mama suck dick to buy milk, but calm the fuck down. Don't be coming in here with that dumb ass shit here. You got to come up with a better joke than that. But anyway, my bad. Go ahead, fellas.
My foot, but it's just funny how our channel sucks. How many subscribers you got? Because I'm looking at this bitch. It say 25.k, and we still going up.
Yeah.
And it ain't even been 5 years.
It's all right, bro. Don't even worry about it. Bro.
I ain't going off on dumb motherfuckers.
What up, Busy Ran?
Especially niggas that don't even show their face, but
that is hilarious, man. But we appreciate y'all. We'll be more in depth on tomorrow's daily episode about what's going on at training camp as more details come out. Hopefully we find something out about Coby Bryant and his knee injury. I got people coming to clear out this sunroom because building a second studio in this bitch, which y'all, the boys, know about. We about to have some fun with it. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow us at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. Shout out to Big Kevin Steve-O coming through. I ain't podcast with these dudes in a minute, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace, man.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.
Hold up, because I hate it when people try to talk shit when they know that the episode's ending. Potty mouths. First of all, we grown. We can talk however the fuck we want. Secondly, does it make you feel like a man that you got the fuck you got a bandit in your avy? You grown ass man still trying to play catch up in cops and robbers. We gonna cop and steal your wife and run through her. How about that, motherfucker? Shut your bitch ass up. You already knew I was coming back. Everybody want to be a bitch and try to sneak in a joke when they know we ending up the show. Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck your mama, and go do something with your life. Peace.
This is a grown ass man saying